All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the support site walkthrough webinar. Probably one of the longest names that we've had for a webinar, but for this webinar, just kind of an overview of what we are going to be doing. We are going to jump through the support site, how to get to it, how to access it, how to get a log on from us if you don't have one, and then also the way that the website looks, how to create a ticket, and how to check the status of your tickets. So sort of all of the ways that you can use the support site to help you learn and understand ARMS a little bit better. So for the webinar, I'm going to be your host. My name is Devin Fowler. I've also got here my co-host, Jason Worth. Jason, say hello to these beautiful people.
Hello, all you beautiful people out there.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You should be able to see my screen right here, and it is at our ARMS website. It's a little bit updated, looks pretty nice right here. But the first thing I wanted to show you is how to actually get to the support site. So there's two ways that you can go about getting here. You can go straight to arms.com and then click on support and then just go to online support. When you click on that, it's going to bring you to a login screen right here. Another option is instead of going to arms.com, you can just go straight to help.arms.com. If you go there, it brings you to that same login screen. So you've got two ways to kind of get to that section. So next is this login. If you already have a login, you probably already have it saved and you use that to log into the website. If you don't have a login, we can create one for you. It's pretty simple. We just need your name, email, and phone number, and you can either call us at 1-800-776-6783, or you can email us at support@arms.com. So again, kind of to bring in everything that I just said to actually see the support site, to get to where we're about to go, you can either go to arms.com and click on support and then online support. Or you can go straight to help.arms.com. And then for your login, you would just need to email us or email us at support@arms.com or call in to 1-800-776-6783. Once you get that, and one other thing that we do want to point out, there's only so many spots that we have for ARMS administrators at your department. So if you have ARMS administrators there, then we can get them signed up into those spots. It's important that those people are the ones kind of looking at this because we want those people to be our main points of contact, what we call ARMS administrators or ARMS admins. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with my test login right here. And this is going to bring us to the main screen right here. So you can see it's got End2End at the top. If you're not, or if you don't already know, End2End is the company and ARMS is the software that we provide. So you've got Edit Profile if you want to add your phone number to there, and then you've got Sign Out if you want to log out. Then your tabs are the Home screen, which we're at, Solutions, which is also the same screen, Forums, and Tickets. So the first thing I want to show you is that you can search through the site. It's pretty easy. You can come up here if you're maybe trying to add in a new employee to the system, just type in the word employee. It'll search through all of our documentation that we have in the site here and find where employee is either in the title or in the actual document. Now, just to kind of show you an overview of the layout, and we'll come back and kind of show you how the search works. So the knowledge base is where we keep all of our documents in the system. That includes workbooks. It includes just documents that, like a manual to explain a certain feature in ARMS. It includes FAQs, or frequently asked questions. So questions that we get a lot of the times that we feel the need to just add in a quick FAQ for if someone asked it once, someone's probably going to ask it again in the future. So that way you can come here, search the question that you have, and an FAQ is probably already in there for you. But as we go through, you can see it's broken up into main sections right here. First one's administrator, and then you've got the admin workbook, you've got some documents, and the rest are all FAQs that were split up into different sections. There are 10 different sections that these are split into. So admin, dispatcher, officer, statistical reporting, which is really just going to be anything that has to do with either getting info out of the ARM system or tracking info within the ARM system. That's why you're going to see notification manager, profile data, property and evidence, and report center all in this section. You can also find Maxion, and if you're still doing UCR, that's in there as well. Now below that, the more or the larger reporting has been split up into their own sections. So we've got NIBRS and Clery. We've got some information for your IT, if they're wondering information about the ARMS infrastructure or wondering what we check whenever we look at a server before we do an upgrade. There's documents there for that. We've got parking, and then down here below are the webinars. I know it's a little weird because we are currently in a webinar, and these are all the webinars from the past. So when we finish this webinar, and once the video is ready this Friday, we're going to be posting the webinar in this section, so you'll be able to see it. And all the webinars from the past are in here too, so you can go to each of them and just view whichever one you have questions on or want to see again if you missed it. All right, and then the last tab is just miscellaneous for anything else that doesn't fit the categories listed above. So that's all of them. Let's scroll back up to the top and kind of use that example that I gave you before. We're looking for employee. I want to add a new employee. So we've got how do I set up an employee right here. This is just an administrator FAQ. We can click on that. And that shows us a quick little blurb about how to set up an employee and the steps that are involved. You can also see over here related articles, so it gives you other articles that might fit what you're looking for as well. You can come up and search. Maybe once you do the employee, you want to see more information about user access. So you could be setting up an employee and you get to the user access section and you're not sure what one of the permissions is. We've got the user access definitions right here. Click on that. It's a document in here, and this one's just a PDF. So you can click to download that and look at the actual document in there. And then outside of that, maybe you're looking for just information on Clery. You can type out Clery right there. It gives you everything with the Clery reporting guide, Clery mapping portal, all of that. And you can do that, or you can go down below and find the Clery section down here. And then look at all the documents that are in there for that currently. Now beyond that, with the documents, maybe you want to see a webinar that involved that. All of the sections that we talked about being split up into above are split up in the webinars as well. So you've got administrator, dispatcher, officer, statistical reporting, Clery, all of that. All right, so that's kind of a walkthrough of how to use the site, being able to look through the documents, mostly being able to just search for what you really need, and that'll show you that information pretty quickly. Now, beyond that, another one, or the other part of this site that I wanted to really show you guys to help in the future is being able to check your support tickets. So if you've ever called in to ask us a question, or if you've ever called in with something you wanted us to take a look at, we've created a support ticket for you that we can track and that we can email you and keep you up to date, and you can email us just to keep it all in one place. This website allows you to be able to check the status of your ticket and create a new support ticket. So instead of calling in or emailing, you can come straight here to create a support ticket in the system. Now, if we go to click new support ticket right here, it's going to put my email in there. So it's going to put your email whenever you're requesting a ticket. And you can put a subject line. And one thing I want to show you whenever I do this subject line is going to be the fact that it searches the system. So maybe I have a question about setting up Maxient. I want to get in touch with the support team and get Maxient set up on my system. I type out Maxient and then go down to my description. You can see over here related articles with that. So there's already an article for Maxient integration. I can go check that out and see what all I need to do. Or maybe I've looked at that already and I know that I want to email the support team and get this started. So I'll say, I would like to set up Maxient. Maxient is my favorite thing. I can attach a file if I have any photos of what I'm submitting this ticket for. Otherwise, I'll hit submit. And that will create a ticket on our side. And you can see we've got a status of being processed. Now our support team is able to see that ticket. They'll be able to message you back in here. It'll just send an email to your account if you're not logged into this website. But you can also go back to your ticket list. So we looked at new support ticket, and now we are in check ticket status. So this is showing us the tickets that I've put in. Here's the Maxient one that I just did. And this is one that I currently have open. You can also come up to open or pending and see all tickets. This is one that I did earlier that has been closed. So I've got this ticket has been closed. I've got that this one is awaiting your reply, meaning it's awaiting my reply, and then being processed, which means that the support team is currently looking at it. So if I go to open or pending, I'm going to look at this old one that is awaiting my reply. And you can see here, this is where I asked for a support site login. It doesn't really make sense that I'm looking at this with my login because I'm requesting a login, but this whole message is about wanting a login to the support site so that I can learn about ARMS, which is my favorite thing to do in the world. And so down below that, I got a reply from end-to-end with my username and password, and that's where it's left off. So that's why it says awaiting your reply, is because the last message was from end-to-end, and now I can either reply down here and say this login didn't work, or the login worked, thank you very much. Or I can come up here and mark this ticket as closed. So there's a checkbox right there where I can just click that and it'll mark the ticket as closed for me. Now, if this is something else and I wanted to copy in another person, just like with an email, then I can click add people to this conversation, and that'll give me the option to add another email in here. But other than that, that's it for me. I don't need, the login worked, so I am good to go for this one. And I'm going to hit mark ticket as closed. All right. So let's go back to check ticket status.
Hey, go back for a second there, Devin.
Yep.
So one thing that would always be fun is if you fill out that satisfaction rating as well. Not a lot of people use that. So I don't know, it's a good little thing to help us gauge what we're doing, how my support team's doing day to day. So if you ever feel the need to, feel free to rate your satisfaction on your tickets as they go through.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know if you like us. Let us know if you hate us.
Let us know how much you like us. That was the correct wording, Devin. How much
yep,
you like us.
Sorry. Yeah, how much you like us. Okay, that works. All right, so yeah, you can mark that satisfaction rating, and then we can go back to check ticket status. So now I've got these closed tickets. I can go back to open or pending. And now the only thing I have left is this Maxient ticket that is just pending in here. So this is mainly to be helpful for you guys. I know that you can do most of this just through email. So you can email us and have things sent in that way. And whenever you email support@arms.com, it does create a support ticket for you. So that will still work. None of that changes. This is just a way for you to be able to come in and see what ticket you still have open or pending, and see kind of where that process is. All right, but this was a pretty simple and small webinar. There's not a whole lot to do in this website other than just be able to access all of these documents in here. And keep in mind, we are updating and changing these documents consistently. So if you see something new, or if you search for something a year or two ago, it may be in there now if it wasn't in there back then. I don't think we even had a search that was this good back then. So yep, this is just a way for you guys to be able to check your tickets and answer any questions that you guys have about ARMS. All right, so
speaking of questions you have about ARMS.
There we go. I don't have anything to add. I don't think, Jason, do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move into our Q&A section, whichever one. So question and answer. One way that you guys can do it, you should be able to move your mouse around on the screen and get a black box near the bottom, and that is going to have a button that says participants. You can click on that participants button and it will open a sidebar over here. And at the bottom of that sidebar, it will have a raise hand option. If you do have a question, you can click that raise hand option. We will unmute you. You can ask your question. We will answer it, and then we will mute you back and let someone else ask. If you do not have a mic, or you don't want to have your voice on the webinar, then there is also a chat button down near the participants section, and you can just chat into us, send out the question that you have. We do ask that you put the word question and hit send so that we know that you are asking a question before we end the webinar. So go ahead and let us know if you guys have any questions. All right, it looks like we are good to go. I don't see any questions in there. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at support@arms.com or call into 1-800-776-6783, or go ahead and get a login to the support site and create a new ticket if you have any questions for us. But other than that, I think we should be good to go. Jason, are you good?
All good from my end, Captain.
All right, well, thank you guys very much. This webinar will be out this Friday. You should get an email about it. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you next time.